What's up, hardware? Welcome to your WOD Brief for Oli. Why do I have this towel, you ask? I don't know. Talk to Coach Mitch about it. We're going to find out right now with all kinds of interesting towel movements to try to supplement some time under tension when we don't have those, barbells. I miss our barbells so much. We'll be back there soon. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do our warm-up, which is going to be 3 rounds, all right? The 3-round warm-up is going to have 3 movements to it, and it's going to start with the towel pull. So there's a couple of things going on in the workout today that involve a towel of some kind. I have a really small one here, but if I grab it by the corners, that's actually enough room. You're kind of wanting to mimic a sort of a shoulder width here. So if it's things like strict pressing or first one we're going to do is here, so it's about a shoulder width grip. You don't really need something huge like a beach towel or anything like that today, but you need it to be long enough that you can actually mimic sort of a front rack position. So the first move, 10 towel pulls. What this is we're just looking to get an underhand grip. You're going to put your elbows by your sides, shoulders back and down, so you're in a good posture. And all we're trying to do is pull the towel apart. Obviously, you can't actually make the towel elongate because it's not stretchy. So what we're looking to do is create an isometric squeeze of all of these muscles on the back of your shoulder to try to get them nice and warm. So each rep is just going to be about a second or two of pull, relax, pull, relax, pull, relax. You're going to feel that a lot back here, probably in here, because it's getting a lot of these external rotators going. So 10 reps of the towel pull apart, followed by 5 walkout planks. This is kind of like the ab exercise we did in class last week, except we're going to go from a standing position. I couldn't go from a standing position with the ab walkout, so I'm going to make sure I keep my hands in a responsible distance. So I'm going to start standing, bend down like an inchworm, and when you would be done with your inchworm, we're going to try to walk your hands out a little further, staying up on your toes though, so only go down as far as you are comfortable coming back, and then stand. Down, inchworm out, keep going if you can, and then walk it back, all the way back to the top of that inchworm. 5 of those, and then we're going to do 10 side plank rotations on each side. For that, we're just going to set ourselves up in whatever side plank works for you. If you are a knee side plank person, that's totally fine. If you want a split stance or stack your feet, that's great. And then we're going to reach under and come back. That's 1. Under and come back. That's 2. We're going to do 10 on each side. So that's your 3-round warm-up. Then we're going to get into the workout. The workout today has 2 movements that both have a tempo. This is the same as last Oli class if you took Oli last time. 3 down or 3 up, and then 2 at the bottom, 3 in the other direction, 2 at the top. So 3 when you're moving, 2 when you're holding. The first move is just going to be an air squat. So air squat starts at the top, so I'm going to go down 3, 2, 1, hold, 1, 2, then up, 3, 2, 1, hold, 1, 2. Now it's really important in those changes of direction there that you're trying to create as much tension as you can. Press those knees out nice and hard. It's really easy to just sink down 3, 2, 1, and hold at the bottom 1, 2. This is not hard. But if you really take the time to press those knees out, press your big toe down into the ground, create lots of tension, squeeze, 2, 1, squeeze, press the knees out, squeeze on the way up. You can really, really create some nice tension there. So make sure it's as active as possible. You're going to rest after you do 10 tempo squats. Then we're going to go into 10 of, you could call this a bunch of things, an L-sit tempo towel press. You might call this a Z press, which is a seated strict press. So again, I'm going to grab the corners of my towel here. Now I'm going to go into strict press position here. Again, trying to create lots of tension on the towel as I press 3, 2, 1, and at the top I'm going to squeeze 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. At the bottom, 1, 2. So 2 at the bottom, 3 on the move, 2 at the top, really squeezing and maintaining tension, 3 on the move. Same tempo for both movements. 10 reps, rest. We're gonna do that 5 times. 10 squats, rest, 10 presses, rest, okay? Then we're moving on to our circuit training, 3 rounds of 10 of a no foot snatch, no feet snatch. What that means, if you've never done one of these before, make sure I have enough room. Oh, we're cutting it close. The no feet snatch just means that your feet are not going to move in the snatch. So normally what we're looking to do in the snatch is to go from a narrower stance, your jumping stance, your pulling stance should be slightly narrower than your landing or your squatting stance. So we're often doing drills for the snatch or for the clean where you're going to extend and then land in your new position, right? Narrower, landing. For the no feet snatch, we're not going to move them. We're just going to start in your catching position, the wider stance, and stay there for the whole move. So I'm going to set up, let's say this is probably about my pulling stance here. So when I land, I'm usually about a foot, not a measurement foot, my own foot width away. So this is my landing position. From here, I'm now going to do the entire snatch staying in the landing position. So I'm down, come up, I don't move my feet, and come up. It takes a little brain power to do that. I almost jumped just based on muscle memory. So up, down, and up. My feet stay exactly where they started the whole time. 10 of a no foot snatch, rest for a minute. Then we're doing 10 of a max height jump. This Coach Mitch might have you try to do what he's calling a couch jump, which is a box jump using your couch. I'm not gonna do that to my poor couch because we're in quarantine, and that means my couch is my best friend in my entire world. So I don't wanna hurt my couch. So all I'm gonna do is just jump in any direction, right? You wanna mimic a box jump. That could mean that you're just gonna jump as high as you can and land, or you could add, if you're down for it, or if you're not on the second floor, a tuck to that. That would be called a tuck jump. Again, when you're doing that box jump, it's a big explosion, extension of the hips, and then we have to violently flex the hips to get on that box. So if you wanted to hit that piece, you definitely could. Just jump, tuck, and land. Or you could jump over something. You could set yourself up with a little target. You could get a really cute rain boot and go here, jump. That's gonna be 10 jumps, and then we're gonna rest for another minute. After that, we're just gonna do side planks, 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other side, rest a minute. So that circuit again was 10 of the no feet snatch, rest, 10 of the jump, rest, 10 of the, or not 10, 30 seconds of the side plank, rest, okay? Finally, big old cool down, classic Coach Mitch Oli programming, which is gonna start with a twisted cross. I'm only gonna show it on one side here because I don't have quite enough room to do both. Twisted cross is a good shoulder opener. I'm gonna start laying down here, push up position. One arm goes out. I wanna make sure the shoulder's nice and opened up so it's not collapsed this way, nice and open. Other hand stays in push up position, and it's gonna help me push to the side and stretch out that shoulder and pec area. You can bend this leg, you can let it fall, whatever you need to open this area that way. 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side. Then we're gonna thread the needle. Thread the needle, it's kind of the opposite. Instead of opening my arm to the side, I'm gonna now rotate through. So in this position, quadruped position, I'm gonna take one arm, and I'm gonna try to reach it through and rotate my upper back as much as I can. And we're gonna hold that, or that, or that, whatever works well for you, but we're looking to twist the upper body and keep the midsection where it is. 1 minute one side, 1 minute the other side. Then we're gonna do saddle eagle pose. I'm bad at both of these, so this is gonna be great. Saddle, yeah, sitting back if you can. Eagle, is the eagle arm. So you're going to try to get one arm under the other and then come back up and around and connect your hands in the front somehow, or connect as much as you can. So I'm going to go around this way and hold here while I sit in eagle pose, or in saddle pose with the lower body. Combining eagle with the arms and saddle pose here, okay? 1 minute on each side, switching arms. And then finally, 2 minutes of the sumo squat. The sumo squat just means any wider than normal stance squat. So I actually squat rather wide just because of the way my hip bones are built. This is about my usual squatting stance. So I want to go wider than that. You may also want to combine that with a little more toe out than usual. With this version, you could even do an extreme toe out because we're just looking to open up the hips. But then you're going to sink to the bottom as far as you can. You might want to put your hands on the ground. Some people can get their hands kind of back here and use your elbows to pry your knees apart. Or you can maybe grab a prop, a wall ball, a couch, press out this way. Anything you want in this extra wide stance. 2 minutes in the bottom of that. So that is your program for the day. That is the warm-up workout 3-round circuit plus a cool down. Hope you have fun, and we'll see you on Friday.